Ladies and gentlemen, the Bitcoin charts are very nuanced right now. We know that for a fact. They're very nuanced. You can spend 30 minutes analyzing Bitcoin, but today I'm going to switch it up. I know everyone's making long videos right now. I'm going to make a video in less than 10 minutes telling you every single important thing you need to know about Bitcoin, medium, short, and long term today. Everything you need to know. So this should be your one and only gospel video to watch over the next few days. The critical levels, what's going to happen if we break them, all of that stuff. The reason I'm making this video is because I'm going to be away from short-term TA over the next 5 days. I have some business and personal commitments, so we're getting it all done today. Get a notepad, write this stuff down. It's short, it's concise, it's packed with information. Guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the intention of this video is to be quick, and for that reason I'm going to be quick. We have the Bitcoin range-bound chart, daily chart, 4-hourly chart, and weekly chart from 3 different perspectives. Before we look into any of these charts today, let's check out the VIP group very quickly. VIP group is available on Telegram. We trade altcoins multiple times a week. We have a VIP group chat where you can discuss the charts and the market 24 hours a day with over 100 members. You can join the VIP group using this information and results group below. In this information group, you can check out what you get for the VIP prices and also the results and also our 14-day free trial if you're interested. Guys, without further ado, let's get into the content. As I said, quick video today. It's done intentionally that way. I want to give you an outline of what exactly you need to watch. So, starting off with the range-bound chart, this is quite possibly the most insightful Bitcoin chart you will see until we break this range. We have 3 distinctive ranges on Bitcoin. We have the range between 18K and 15K. We have the range between 24.5K and 18K. And we have the green range right now, which we're currently in, between 24.5K and 32K. Above 32K, above the green box, we will enter back into the bull market playground. That doesn't mean we'll re-enter a bull market. It simply means we'll re-enter the region in which we saw the vast majority of the bull market gains, and hence we will see massive volatility, probably to the upside if we break 32K. So based on this chart, what we can determine is that the green range we're in now, okay, 24.5K and 32K, those are the critical levels. So to the downside, 24.5K needs to hold in order for us to stay in this range, and 32K needs to break in order for us to break this range. So those are the critical levels on a long-term scale. So long as we're between 24.5K and 32K, nothing really changes from a longer term perspective. This is where we can get into medium term. Now, things do change from a medium term perspective based on another level. What is that level? That level is 28.6K. As I said, this video is going to be simplistic, so let's delete everything and really start to simplify what we've got on the screen here. If we draw a line at 32K roughly, we draw a line at 24.5K roughly, and those, of course, are the boundaries of the green range we're in now, just displayed on this chart. So those are the 2 levels to the upside and downside. We then have a critical level at 28.6K, which is like the middle level of this range, right? And we'll make that a dashed pink line. 28.6K is basically what we need to break in order to break back into this micro range. Of course, we have the big range, right, which is between February or March and now, which on this screen is the same thing, right? February or March and now, that's the big range. But within this big range, we have micro ranges. We have the range above 28.6K between 32K, and we have the range below 28.6K between 24.5K. What we need to be doing on Bitcoin and what needs to happen for any sort of progression at all from a medium-term perspective is a break above 28.6K and a flip of that support. Once we do that, okay, we will be able to attack 32K, and if we attack 32K for the 3rd consecutive time, it becomes very unlikely that level will lead to a rejection. It becomes very likely we'll break above 32K. So I'll say it once more. If Bitcoin breaks above 28.6K on a confirmed flip, it becomes very likely we break 32K, and hence it becomes very likely we exit this range and go upwards. So that's the bullish scenario. What about the downside scenario? It's very simple. What about the downside scenario? Well, the downside scenario on Bitcoin is also quite simple. Essentially, it's very unlikely that you see 3 retests of a major support or resistance hold. Again, for the same reason, if we test 32K again, we'll probably break it. If we test 24.5K again, we'll probably break it. We do not want to be seeing Bitcoin go back down to this level. This daily candle close should be the lowest level we went to. If we go lower than this daily candle close, it becomes highly likely that Bitcoin breaks down and enters a previous range below 24.5K, in which case a bearish scenario would be activated on Bitcoin, and the cycle wouldn't necessarily be in detriment, but it certainly would be start to get tested, right? The 4-year cycle itself would start to get tested. We don't want to see that happen. Now, this is the 4-hourly chart. As of right now, right this instant, the major support we're watching and the major support we're on right now is 27.3k. 27.3k not only is a horizontal support, it's also where the bull market support band rests, and this is where we get into RSI as well. What you can see is that we are on RSI support on Ethereum. We're flipping RSI support. We're also on RSI support roughly on total cryptocurrency market cap. We're in the middle of a flip there. We are actually dropping below slightly, but it's not confirmed yet because it's a weekly RSI, and so that actually does support the 27.3k level. That's our short-term level, but overall, that's actually not relevant to the video topic. The video topic is simply explaining what the medium-term and long-term levels are and what happens if we break them. But we can get into weekly chart RSI from multiple different perspectives on Bitcoin. In the same way that it's important we break 28.6k, it's also very important that Bitcoin breaks out of its RSI descending wedge formation. Okay, we came up and we rejected from the top of this wedge. Now, a descending wedge formation, of course, is a bullish market pattern. You generally break them to the upside, and so if we do see a break to the upside, it becomes very likely, well, it's actually part of what happens, right, when Bitcoin will break to the upside. So ultimately, this wedge will break to the upside eventually, most likely. But it's just a matter of when. Do we come down and retest the support first? In which case, if we do, we get in a dangerous situation, because if you think about what a test of support would constitute on this wedge, on the RSI, a test of support would constitute a retest probably of 24.5k. And as we said before, if we retest that level, we're getting in really dangerous territory. We don't want to see that happen. We've already formed an upwards trend here on medium term. We have higher lows, we have higher highs. We shouldn't need to go back down and break this downwards trend again. It simply doesn't need to happen. So ideally, we see this wedge break on the weekly RSI chart without a dramatic correction on Bitcoin. And we do have supporting evidence coming from Ethereum and total cryptocurrency market cap, which have formed similar, market patterns, similar wedges, really. And they are, testing. Well, right now they're breaking below, but honestly, they are testing because it's not confirmed, right? Because it's a weekly chart. They're testing the support, so they are on support technically, while Bitcoin is at resistance. It could be indicative of Bitcoin breaking upwards. Perhaps the break upwards on these charts here have foreshadowed what is going to happen with Bitcoin. We'll have to wait and see, but overall, the critical levels you need to be looking at on Bitcoin on long term are 32k to the upside, 24.5k to the downside. On medium term, 28.6k is very important. On short term, 27.3k support is extremely important. And that's from a weekly chart perspective as well. And then we're going to be watching this Bitcoin descending wedge. That is all on a very simplistic level. Like, obviously, you can go more in depth into the charts, obviously. But on a very simplistic level, that is what you need to be looking at on Bitcoin. And that is minus for short term. Medium term and long term, that's what you need to be looking at on Bitcoin before any dramatic changes are made to the structure. 32k or 24.5k need to break, and before any dramatic changes are made to the range bound structure, this pink line at 28.6k needs to break. I will go ahead and say right now, just to kind of give you another degree of confidence in this video, I would go ahead and say right now that if Bitcoin breaks 28.6k definitively, 32k will probably break, right? At a probably 80% probability. So really, 28.6k and 24.5k are the critical structures, and that actually gives us a very tight range to work with for Bitcoin. So guys, I will be gone for the next probably 5 days in terms of short-term, medium-term analysis for personal and business reasons. But I do have pre-planned video, 1 or 2 of them coming out. Just know that I won't be able to give a short, medium-term update. That's why I'm giving you this video today. So guys, thank you for watching in advance. I hope you enjoyed. Check out the Crypto Academy Become a Trader 10-unit course. All the information is on the website. You can check it all out there. Unit topics, bio. You can check how many students we have. We had about 140 students right now. You can throw us an email at cryptoacademycourses@gmail.com. If you're looking for an exchange, we've got the BingX exchange here, which is a global non-KYC exchange. You can sign up with just an email address and a password, and you can get access to that exchange there. 15% trading fee discount with my referral link. Anyone in the world can sign up. Go ahead and check out BingX, referral link down below. And then Bitget exchange is a similar story. This is a KYC exchange. It's only available to users who are outside of the USA and outside of Canada. So if you're outside of those 2 countries, you want a KYC exchange, again, 15% trading fee discount. Check it out. Again, BingX is global, Bitget is non-US and non-Canada, but everywhere else, KYC. So check out those exchanges if you're interested. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.